Good morning, dear students, and welcome back to our today's online class. We are studying about work and energy, which is chapter 10. And we have already discussed about work and energy. Now, in our last class, we were studying about forms of energy, different forms of energy. Energy can be in different forms. And we learned that energy is nothing but it is the capacity to do work. If you need to do any work, you need to have energy. More the energy you have, more work you can do. And we learned that there are different forms of energy, and they are heat energy. Energy can be in heat form also, like heat energy. It can be in light form, light energy, sound energy, wind energy, electrical energy, mechanical energy. So these are the different forms in which we can get energy. So now in our previous class we learned about heat energy and light energy. Therefore in our today's class we are again going to take two forms of energy, and they are sound energy and wind energy. So let us start our today's class with sound energy. Sound energy. Sound energy is a form of energy that we can hear. The very example is right now you are listening to my voice and you are learning new things. That is possible due to sound energy. So how this sound is produced then? Sound is produced due to the vibration of objects. If you vibrate any object, then that vibrating object will produce sound. Vibration means moving of body from one place to another. Okay, it is a to and fro motion of object. For example, when you struck a drum, the thin leather of the drum vibrates. It moves to and fro, and therefore sound is produced, and we hear the beating of the drum. Is that clear, boys? When we bang the decks, the wood starts vibrating and we hear sound. Some of the examples of source of sounds can be musical instruments. There are different types of musical instruments which we can play. When we play these different instruments, vibration is produced, and that vibration reaches to our ear and we hear that as a pleasant sound. When we sing, at that time also we are vibrating. Do you know what we are vibrating when we sing? We vibrate our vocal box, and that vibration of vocal box produces vibration in the air also, the air which is present inside our mouth, and that vibration comes out, goes to the speaker, and it will produce larger sound. Other examples or sources of sound energy can be loudspeaker, television, mobile phones, computers, any other different things which you can think. Even animals can be the source of sound, okay, like chirping of birds, barking of dogs, honking of cars. Car, when it honks, that honking is also a sound, and it is also a sound energy. So there are different sources of sound energy around us. Now let us try to understand how we are able to hear these sounds, because when someone beats the drum, the beating of drum takes place at some far distance, but how are we able to hear that sound when we are sitting over here or standing far from that place where the drum is being beaten? The answer to this is we are able to hear sound because sound travels through air. it travels through liquids and solids and reaches to our ears. So sound takes the help of different types of mediums. There are air, liquids and solids to reach to our ear, and that is how we hear sound produced at distant places also. Is that clear, boys? So because sound travels through air, liquid and solids, we are able to hear the sound. So my question to you is, are we able to hear sound when we go up in this space? The hint for you is there is no air, there is no liquid, and there are no solids in the space apart from all the heavenly bodies. The answer is no, we cannot hear sound when we go to space. The reason is because sound needs medium to travel, like air, liquid and solid. We won't be able to hear sound in this space, because in this space there is no air, there is no liquid and there is no solid. Okay, this is why we do not hear sound in the space. Therefore, to communicate between astronomers or scientists over there, we use headphones. Is that clear, boys? Now, how does this sound help us? We have discussed about energy, and energy helps us to do our different activities. So how does this sound help us? Let's see. It helps us to communicate. It helps us to know what is around us. Communication is very, very important in our everyday life. Without communication, we won't be able to do our different activities. Therefore, sound energy helps us to communicate, to exchange our ideas, to exchange informations, to get new ideas, to get new learnings. Right now also we are communicating. And when we are communicating, we are using sound energy, as well as light energy is also there, because you are using your laptop or your mobile phone. So we are using different forms of energy at the same time. But sound energy is playing important role, because you have to listen to what I am saying. So sound energy helps to communicate between people. It helps to exchange ideas and informations. Sound energy also helps us to know what is going around us. For example, when we hear a siren of ambulance, what do we understand? That there is an emergency over there and we need to clear the road. So it helps us to know what is going around us. It helps to remain informed, and it also provides pleasure and relaxation. That is why when we feel tired, we want to just lie down and listen to soft music, the music which we love, and that will give us pleasure as well as we feel relaxed. So this is how sound energy helps us in our everyday life. Now let us discuss about another form of energy, wind energy. Wind energy is the form of energy that is produced by the movement of air. Moving air is also called wind. So the energy produced by wind or moving air is known as wind energy. This is a simple picture to show you wind. So when the wind blows, it also carries energy. How does wind energy help us? Let's try to understand that, okay? Wind energy helps in powering windmills to generate electricity. So this is a picture of windmill. They are huge, tall towers at the top of which fan blades are arranged. When the wind blows, this wind energy rotates these fan blades of the fan, and this rotation of blades causes or stores energy. Here we are using wind energy to generate electricity, and that electricity can be used to light bulbs or to do our other different activities which needs electricity. Wind energy also helps to sail boats. So now sailing a boat has become one of the popular sports. So in this sport we use wind energy to reach to our finish line. It helps in recreational activities like flying a kite or hang gliding, paragliding, flying in a balloon, hot balloon air. So these are some of the recreational activities in which we use wind energy. So these two forms of energy are also free of cost because it is there in the nature. Okay, like to produce sound we do not need to expend energy or extra money, like we can produce our sound. Okay, so these energies are very useful in our everyday life and helps us to do our different activities. In our next class we are going to discuss about other two forms of energy, and they are electrical energy and mechanical energy. This much for today, boys. So based on today's lesson, we have one assignment number 7. How is sound energy produced? Give 3 examples of source of sound energy, give 2 uses of sound energy, and give 2 uses of wind energy. Please complete your assignment and send it to me so that I can review it and award you some marks. This much for today, boys. Stay safe and do all things well.